Now, it's less than a year since South African police and security forces opened fire on striking miners at the Marikana mine in Rustenburg, killing 34 people, injuring at least 78 more. The ANC government has commissioned an official inquiry into what happened, but there are increasing claims the incident was not an aberration, but rather part of a pattern of behaviour by the security forces. Inigo Gilmore has spent time in South Africa investigating allegations against the police for a report on Channel 4's Dispatches tomorrow. And tonight, we bring you some of the details of what he found and a warning. This report does contain some very distressing images.
Over the past year, this programme has documented the fate of South African platinum miners at one of the world's biggest mines. Seen here last August, over 3,000 miners in Marikana went out on strike to demand better wages. What happened next raised disturbing questions about police brutality in South Africa. As 34 of the miners were killed in a massacre reminiscent of the apartheid era. Among new photographic and video evidence obtained by Channel 4 Dispatches, this unseen footage shows what happened next. In the middle of a pile of bodies, a man is alive. As the man writhes on the ground, shot and badly injured, a policeman steps forward and stomps on his back. The injured miner has been identified as Mongezeleli Ntanyetia. None of the police officers offer any medical assistance. He later died. Such horrific scenes showing alleged police misconduct further challenged police claims that they were acting in self-defense.
This will have huge implications for public trust in the police and may even have implications for the African National Congress in our next elections.
How the ruling ANC, the party of Nelson Mandela, fares at those upcoming elections may be swayed by how the public views the ongoing evidence of shocking police brutality. The events in Marikana are just one part of a grim picture. This woman is still seeking justice for her dead husband. Andries Tatane, a 33-year-old maths teacher and local activist, had planned to stand against the ANC in local elections in the Free State town of Vicksburg. But this day in 2011, when he helped organise a protest at the lack of community services, was to be his last. He was said to have argued with officers over the arrest of fellow protesters. 2 rubber bullets were fired into Tatane's chest. 20 minutes later, he was dead. Although police faces can be clearly seen, all of these men were recently acquitted. His widow, Rose, is incredulous.
I don't understand why they cannot prove, because in this case, there's a footage that you can look and say, this is the person who did this. And
do you think there was political interference in this case?
Maybe if you're trying to raise your voice and start questioning things, you'll be killed by our police in our country. I'm asking myself whether the police are the ANC's police or are the country, they're the police of this country.
She's not the only one questioning what's happening to the South African police. With case after case of shocking violence, Nelson Mandela's vision of a just nation free from brutality is being tested as never before by a force that increasingly mirrors its apartheid predecessor.
Inigo Gilmore reporting there. Well, in response, the South African police told Channel 4 News that they are not used for political purposes, that there is no culture of impunity existing, and that police officials who have committed crimes are arrested, charged and prosecuted. They said they are unable to specifically comment on the Marikana case as it is currently the subject of a criminal investigation. And you can see Inigo's full report on Dispatches on this channel tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.